Did you know, according to the Catalyst website, 33% of women and 9% of men experience sexual harassment in their lifetime, and a further 13% of Australians have either witnessed sexual harassment in their workplace or were told of a specific incident in their workplace. Gender discrimination, the practice of treating a group of people differently based upon their gender. It is against the law to discriminate anyone based on their sex in the workplace under the Sex Discrimination Act 1984 in Australia. Sex discrimination can be direct or indirect. An example of indirect discrimination occurring could be employers or managers holding assumptions about what sort of work women and men are capable of doing or not doing. I worked in a local supermarket where I was told not to lift any heavy objects or go out the back and help the boys bringing the products because I was a woman and I should be on the front registers with the other girls. I was also told to undo my top buttons to show my chest along with the other girls. I further left this job 6 months later and was very upset and felt like I was incapable of doing stuff and I was weak. After this, it made it quite hard for me to go and find another job in that type of industry. I also didn't speak up because of the name of the company was quite big and I'm only a small person that would speak up. Gender discrimination is an important issue to be aware of, as it is still very prevalent in the workplace. Gender discrimination results in not only the loss of possible highly skilled employees, but also affects productivity in each workplace. It also disrupts the victims emotionally and can hurt their lives.
Hi, I'm interviewing someone from HR about gender discrimination in the workplace. This is Robert. Do you work, Robert?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Are you aware of gender discrimination in your workplace?
Yes. Since I work as a manager in human resource department in a firm, I am aware of it.
What's your personal experience of gender discrimination in the workplace?
Well, as a manager, I get my employees come up to me occasionally, talking to me about gender discrimination, especially women. If you look into the factor of promotion, well, when they apply for a promotion, the chances of them getting promoted is very low compared to male employees, and it's a recurring problem.
As a HR manager, what steps have you taken to try and prevent the issue of gender discrimination in your workplace?
Well, since it's a growing issue, we've looked into rules and regulations about how to stop gender discrimination, and I don't think it's a short-term process. It might be a very long-term process, maybe a 6-month or 8-month process. So we're looking into it.
What is your role in hospitality industry?
I'm an assistant food and beverage manager.
Are you aware of any gender discrimination in your workplace?
Yes, I am aware of some.
If you don't mind, can you just state out some scenarios where you have come across it?
Well, in my personal experience, I feel like I have experienced gender discrimination issues, especially when I was applying for this role to be an assistant food and beverage manager. I feel like the other people that I was interviewed along with, I felt like the interviewer gave the impression that they were more favoured compared to me because they were all male applicants. And since I was already working in the field, I kind of gathered that I was kind of being like let down or not felt like I didn't feel like I was a part of.
What did you feel after this scenario? Like, were you demotivated after that?
I was really demotivated, and I felt like I couldn't, or I didn't have any potential to go any higher up or any further in the same firm that I was working. And I was trying to look for different firms that I could work in so that I could move away from that.
Yeah. So
Okay, so this is Maddie, and she works in customer service at a leading supermarket. Can you tell us a bit about your job?
So I work at the cash register at a leading supermarket. Basically just put the groceries through and serve customers.
And are you aware of gender discrimination in the workplace?
Yes, apart from the pay gap, I would say there are definitely a lot more males working and it's easier for them to get rewarded for their efforts.
And what's been your personal experience regarding this issue?
So I tried to go for promotion in my job, and I would say that I put in a lot more effort than others, but it was a lot easier for males to get the promotion, or it was easier for them to get looked at. They would get looked at more than me because I'm a female.
Okay, thank you for your time. Obvious that gender discrimination is an increasing problem in the workplace, so we've come up with 4 objectives to help eradicate the problem.
The first objective is to provide women and men with the access to equal opportunities and outcomes. The second is to remove the barriers that will enable women to participate equally. The third is to drive a culture that rewards directly linked to employee contribution and efforts. And our fourth is to eliminate discrimination based on gender, particularly relating to family and caring responsibilities.
We have solutions for these.
So here are some of our solutions that we came up to prevent gender discrimination in the workplace. First and foremost, employers have a responsibility to educate themselves and their employees about the Sex Discrimination Act 1984. The law states that it is unlawful to treat one unfairly based on their sex, their gender identity, their intersex status, their sexual orientation, their marital or relationship status, their family responsibility, their pregnancy status, or whether they are breastfeeding. Everybody in the workforce should be aware of their rights and their duties, and should be able to file a complaint whenever they feel discriminated against in their workplace to the company or to the law enforcement bodies. There should be diversity in gender, races, ages, and other demographic categories in the workplace. This can create a sense of respect among co-workers and reduce the possibility of discrimination in the establishment. It also has a positive effect on the corporate image. Employers should be able to acknowledge the job satisfaction of their employees, whether they are feeling comfortable or safe at work. The information can be gathered through appraisal sessions or through written anonymous surveys. The assessment should also be made on a daily basis in a casual form. Recognizing the issues in the early stage can facilitate the problem handling progress tremendously. Women are reportedly paid 17.5% less than men are in Australia. The Human Resource Department should take their candidates' academic levels into consider. By maintaining the uniformity of the academic levels and work productivities among male and female co-workers, the company itself creates a sense of responsibility to pay their workers equally. So those are our opinions. What are yours?